Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm going to have NTS Board Member Todd Inman here to give some remarks and answer your questions. His name is spelled Toddinman. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Todd Inman, one of the 5 presidential appointed board members on the National Transportation Safety Board. The NTSB is an independent federal agency that is tasked with investigating every civil aviation accident, along with substantial accidents in marine, pipelines, railroads, and surface transportation. We also make safety recommendations aimed at preventing future accidents. But before I go any further, as we said yesterday, everyone at the NTSB sends their expressions of sorrow and regret for everything that the survivors and victims of this crash went through. So, as I said yesterday, we're conducting a parallel investigation with the Mississippi Highway Patrol. And I want to tell you, they have been wonderful to work with, along with all of the first responders that came to this crash and have continued to work on that, including everyone from the towing companies, county coroner, everyone. Mississippi Highway Patrol, as you can see by us being here, has been an absolutely great partner, and we will continue to work with them in the same way as we run these parallel investigations. Now, today was our first full day on scene, and our investigative team will probably be here for at least another week. Our mission is to understand not just what happened, but why it happened, and to recommend changes from that happening again. And we will not be determining the probable cause of this crash while we're here on scene, nor we will speculate about what may have caused the crash. So right now, here's some factual information that we do know. This crash occurred, and if you don't, I'm going to read from some notes to make sure it's totally accurate. This crash occurred at 004 hours when a 2018 Volvo motor carrier, and this was on August 31st, traveling westbound on I-20 at approximately mile marker 11. At that time, the coach's left front tire failed. At that point, the vehicle traveled southwest onto an embankment and rolled over on its left side. There were 41 passengers on board, along with 1 driver and 1 co-driver, which made the total number of people on the motor coach 43 people. Now, we do know that the trip originated in Atlanta, Georgia, and its next planned destination was Dallas, Texas. Now I'm going to go into a little bit about the NTSB process. The NTSB will analyze the facts and determine the probable cause of the accident and then issue a report on those determinations. As we said yesterday, the investigator in charge is Steve Prouty. Mr. Prouty has been a senior investigator and has been with the NTSB for 14 years. He's going to be leading a multidisciplinary team of experts comprised of different groups that are all here on scene now. We're currently collecting evidence and we'll be sending it to our laboratories in DC for a more thorough analysis. Now today, some of our team were able to begin our inspection of the motor coach, and among others, and we will be posting some images and video on our social media channels at the conclusion of this press conference. Regarding the factors and the groups that will be working on this actual crash, they are the vehicle factors group. They will look at the overall mechanical condition of the vehicle, the survival factors group, which looks at injuries to the occupants as it relates to the dynamics of the crash, the motor carriers factors group, which will examine the operations of the driver and motor carrier, the technical reconstruction group. They're responsible for mapping and documenting the accident scene. A human performance group, which will be examining elements related to the driver, their training, experience, and any impairments. Highway factors. They will examine the environmental factors such as the roadway conditions, signage, lighting, weather, and traffic. In fact, right now they are in the field conducting those investigations, which normally, if you've seen our other media reports, the investigator in charge would be up here as well. But in order to make sure we're working timely and collecting as much evidence as possible, they are out there right now. In addition to our investigators, we also have specialists on scene providing family and survivor assistance. Now, today, we also held an organizational meeting in order to establish the parties to our investigation. Currently, they are the Mississippi Highway Patrol, the Mississippi Department of Transportation, and the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. Now, these parties may grow as we get further into the investigation, but at this time, these are the three named parties. We offer the party status to these companies or government agencies that may have employees or activities or equipment involved in the accident. We offer them because they provide technical expertise and relevant information supporting the development of the best possible products. And since we're just beginning our investigation, we don't have a great deal of additional information to report. However, we will be continuing to provide regular updates as we learn more. We anticipate issuing a preliminary report within the next 30 days, and the final report will come out in 12 to 24 months. However, if there is an urgent safety recommendation that we find at any point during this investigation, we will not hesitate to release that information and to make an urgent recommendation. We'd also ask again if the public has any relevant information, videos or anything of the crash or what was occurring, that they would contact us at the email address witness@ntsb.gov. Again, that is witness@ntsb.gov. Now, today will be the last press conference that we do here on scene, so I would encourage you to follow us on Twitter and on our website. On Twitter, it's at @NTSB_newsroom, and our website is www.ntsb.gov. So I'm going to take a few questions. I'd be happy to, as we did yesterday. I'll ask who you are, who you represent, and then we'll go from there. Any questions? Okay, I'd like to thank you all very much for being here. We'll look. Sorry?
I'm sorry. I'm Vicksburg, and I'm a reporter with WOTT. Can you just kind of explain exactly what you're investigating? Obviously, you're investigating this crash driving into the bus company and who's involved in the situation.
Yeah, sure. The question is what our basic investigation is and what we're looking into. One thing that we do not do is find fault, if you will. We look at all the different factors. So within all of those multidisciplinary groups, right now we have 4 different areas that we're primarily focusing on, but those can change and move as we learn more. And that is going to be on motor carrier safety itself, Mexican operator in the United States, tire maintenance, and occupant protection, which would be the use of passengers' seat belts. One of the things that we do from here is we actually come out and then try to advocate for recommendations of how to make the transportation system better. We've conducted over 153,000 aviation accidents and several thousand surface transportation accidents. And we've made over 15,000 recommendations to all types of parties, of which that approximately 82% have been accepted. Additional questions? Okay. We'll have one of our public affairs people, if you want to make sure that you give your contact information. She will actually be the public affairs official that will be on this case until the board report comes out for the next 12 to 24 months. And so you can get additional information from her and make sure that you provided that contact information. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I have one more.
Okay.
Do you have any update on the victims at all?
Okay, the question is about the victims. We, in most of these, in all these situations, actually, we refer to the local authorities, the county coroner, the Mississippi Highway Patrol. They've done an excellent job of not only looking at the victims and pulling together manifests, but we would refer you to the county coroner and to the Mississippi Highway Patrol regarding the victims. Okay, thank you all very much.